Hello, I'm Matt Young, Superintendent of Cuyahoga Heights Schools. You've probably heard about property tax reform bills that moved through Ohio legislature this fall and were recently signed by the governor in December. Many residents may be asking, will these bills lower my taxes? The answer has two parts. While Cuyahoga Heights won't receive the major relief designed for struggling districts, all homeowners will benefit from an increased owner occupancy credit. Let me explain what this means and what it says about our district's financial position. To understand our situation, we need to understand what's happening across Ohio. Property taxes have been rising sharply in most communities, and many homeowners are asking why. The answer involves four interconnected forces. Over the past 2 decades, state funding has declined from 47% of school budgets to about 37% today. At the same time, Ohio home values have jumped as high as 46% since 2020, according to one estimation. Here's where it gets technical. Ohio has a law called House Bill 920, passed in 1976 to protect taxpayers. It is supposed to prevent property value increases from automatically raising taxes. But when a district's tax rate drops to what is called the 20 mil floor, this protection stops working. In 2023, 2/3 of Ohio's school districts, representing 409 out of 611 districts, were at this floor for Class 1 residential and agricultural property. For homeowners in those districts, rising property values meant automatic tax increases. This is what the recent reform bills are trying to fix. Cuyahoga Heights is not at the 20 mil floor. This means House Bill 920's protections are still working here. We have two key advantages. First is our strong commercial tax base. According to the Ohio Department of Education and Workforce's District Profile reports, in fiscal year 2025, 74.67% of our school property taxes came from businesses and commercial properties, with only 25.33% coming from residential homeowners. Now, if you look at the state average, it is almost opposite. In the typical Ohio district, homeowners pay about 76% of the tax burden. This means our residents shoulder a much lighter burden than homeowners in most Ohio communities. Second, our assessed property valuation per pupil in fiscal year 2025 was $808,788. The state average, on the other hand, was $295,379, meaning we have 2.74 times the valuation of the average district. This strong tax base, combined with responsible fiscal management, has kept us above the 20 mil floor. So what do the reform bills signed in December mean for Cuyahoga Heights Schools residents? House Bill 124, known as the Flip the Script Act, gives county auditors final authority over property valuations and shifts the burden of proof to the state when challenging those valuations. The impact on CHS residents is unknown. House Bill 129 closes loopholes by including emergency levies, substitute levies, and other levy types in the 20 mil floor calculation. This is not applicable to Cuyahoga Heights schools and therefore has no impact on CHS residents. House Bill 186 caps property tax increases at inflation for Ohio districts on the 20 mil floor. As a reminder, we are not on the 20 mil floor. A second component of 186 increases the owner occupancy credit for all Ohio homeowners from 2.5% to 15.38% by 2029. The owner occupancy credit component will impact CHS home-owning residents. House Bill 309 allows county budget commissions to reduce voter-approved levies they determine unnecessary or excessive, with a 5-year protection period after initial voter approval. The impact on CHS residents is unknown at this time. House Bill 335 caps revenue increases on inside millage. That's the portion of property taxes within the 10 mil constitutional limitation to the rate of inflation. This will provide additional protection for our residents, starting with the county's next triennial update. Because of our strong commercial tax base and position above the 20 mil floor, we remain in a stronger fiscal position than most Ohio communities. while our residents benefit from the owner occupancy credit increase of House Bill 186 and the inside millage inflation protection of House Bill 335. Now, to be clear, we still depend on property tax funding just like every Ohio school district. The major relief in these bills targets districts facing a crisis we are not experiencing, but this reflects our district's financial strength, not a weakness. Our residents still benefit from the owner occupancy credit increase and will provide real savings for our homeowners. Here is something important that happened earlier in 2025. Governor Mike DeWine vetoed a provision in House Bill 96, which would have imposed strict cash carryover caps on school districts. Had this cap not been vetoed, the effects on our district would have been devastating. It would have potentially forced us to eliminate our responsible reserve levels totaling nearly $8 million, funds that protect us against economic downturns and unexpected expenses. Your engagement and our advocacy made a difference. This is why staying informed about school funding matters. A more complete analysis of this information and much more is available on our district website by following the link at the end of this video. If you have any questions about how these reforms affect your specific property, I encourage you to contact the Cuyahoga County Fiscal Office. For questions about our district's finances, Treasurer Matthew Muccio and I are committed to providing transparent, data-driven information and can be contacted at any time. Thank you for listening and for being engaged members of our school community. Take care.